Welcome to my Let's Play Poorly of Evochron Legacy. I started doing playthroughs with Elite to showcase a game that didn't have much attention on YouTube, and then I realized that I really enjoy talking about the games that I'm playing while I'm playing them. But talking to myself is weird, so I'm going to talk to you instead. Evochron Legacy is a fantastic game that, like Elite, doesn't have much of a presence on YouTube. If you like games like X3 or X4, big open-world sandbox space games, then Evochron Legacy will be right up your alley. And if you like space combat games with linear campaigns like Free Space 2, I'd recommend the sister game Arvok Alliance. But here we will be playing Evochron Legacy, and we will be playing it poorly. No optimizing, no looking for the fastest way to make money or get stuff, just playing. That's what I do, and I hope you enjoy. So, here we are creating a new save, a new player, which are treated as pilots, which you can play in the online space or offline. You can share the same pilot for both. It's not like you have to keep them separate. There is an online server that doesn't have a lot of players on it, like one or two every once in a while, and I've never even run across anybody else, but it's there, and I like playing in that space because I can, and just on the off chance, hope springs eternal, then I'll run into somebody. So here we are. I'm going to enter my call sign, Arquebus X, as usual. Now, one of the great things about Evochron Legacy is that it handles Newtonian flight really, really well. There are a few games that try, so I think the best three, or well, that people consider to be the best three. I disagree. I think there's only two. But the best three are supposedly Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous, and I think X4 Foundations. They all have their own advantages and disadvantages, but here's basically what it comes down to. Star Citizen is trying for a complex flight model for handling Newtonian physics and for handling thrust and so forth, and I think it's probably really good. It's a little fiddly, but it's pretty solid. It's in essentially alpha or test, sort of a tech demo mode right now, so that's fine. I don't really have too much experience with that. The next one up would be X4 Foundations. The nice thing about X4 Foundations is that it does have like a flight assist off option. You can fly essentially Newtonian, but it's really not meant to be played that way. Anytime you switch into the high-speed travel drive, it turns it off, and so on. And then finally, there's Elite Dangerous. The problem with Elite Dangerous is that it really isn't emulating Newtonian physics in space at all. It's really just emulating interwar fighters sometime just before and during World War II. The ships kind of fly like prop planes. There's a sweet spot that determines how quickly you can roll and pitch and yaw. That has to do with acceleration, or velocity, I should say, and is completely unrealistic in space. Well, Evochron Legacy does not suffer from any of those pitfalls. It has two modes. It has the IDS mode, which is an inertial dampening system, and then it has inertial mode. And inertial mode is exactly what it is, inertial mode. You can accelerate in inertial mode with, as far as I can tell, no maximum velocity, which is fantastic. You can rotate, pitch, roll, yaw, while maintaining speed if you level out your throttle. But if you then apply thrust, you will in fact turn towards, you will start to move in that direction, which I don't think Elite Dangerous even does. I think that when you go into flight assist mode, you really don't get access to your throttle in quite the same way. Well, Evochron Legacy not only has that, but it actually divides the throttle into two parts. It divides it into your inertial dampened form, the flight assist mode essentially, and then an inertial mode. And so you can manipulate those throttles independently if you want to, if you have, say, a HOTAS that actually controls the throttle with two separate control surfaces, which I do. I don't generally do it that way, but you can. Anyway, so here we are, Evochron Legacy. And we start out as a miner and trader, and so one of the things we're going to do first is, you know what we should probably do? I think we're going to go in here. Is it here that we need to go? Oh gosh, now I got to remember. Oh yes, because we're on the public server, the quest system isn't active. So maybe at some point in the future we'll take a look at that. The quest system starts you out with this little tour of the area where you can kind of learn what everything is, and you learn a little bit of the history of the universe. But that's fine. So what we're going to do now, we're looking here at our inventory screen. This pops up every time you're docked in a station, which is where we are right now, docked in a station. I will show the navigation panel in the map once we get out of the station. As soon as you switch away from inventory, you get released from the docking clamps, and then you kind of have to get the heck out of Dodge. So here we are, inventory screen. We've got our Fulcrum drive, C1. It's just basically the quality level of the drive. It's the lowest one. We've got a single shield battery bank, and we have our mine and tractor beam. We have 3 cargo bays that can hold up to 25 units of whatever. We've only got these 3 though. Then we have a flare beam, which is a particle cannon. And then we don't have a secondary weapon for the beam cannon, the beam laser. And then we have 2 echelon missiles. One of the interesting things about this game is that it is, one of the things that I like about it is that it's very, very, at least at this level, very, very limiting in terms of your weapon capabilities. So for example, 2 missiles. Literally just 2 missiles. You can't load a whole bunch of missiles into a missile rack and just spam missiles. No, you get 2 of them when you start out in the game. Over here we have our items for sale. These purple items are all just regular commodities. These yellow items are equipments that we could install here. And then the green are weapons. So you can see there's a whole bunch of options here. But for right now, we've got 50K. We're fully refueled. You can see down here on the left side our fuel level. It basically maxes out at 500. So we should be good for now. What we're going to do is we're going to check our available contracts. So now this game is really complex. In terms of what you can do, the way the interfaces work. So I'm not going to do this as like a tutorial. This is more of a let's play than a tutorial. There are tutorials out there that are really good. This is really going to be just, we're going to play the game. And if you follow along, you will learn over time, just as I am learning over time, because I haven't played too much of this, and I haven't done nearly as much as other players have. So I will be learning as well. That's one of the reasons I play poorly, because I don't really try to read wikis. I don't try really hard to like get good right up front. I just experience the game as it comes. So here's a contract option: Pearl has sent a distress call asking for any responding ship in the area to destroy a group of inbound meteors before they impact the surface of the planet. I already know right now I can't do that one right yet. I am not fast enough. It's really valuable, but nope, not with this weapon, not with this tiny little weapon. I'm not going to be able to pull that off, so I'm not going to try that. It's a very fun mission to do, but man is it hard when you're starting out. Okay, and then this one, Alliance will hire a mercenary with a deploy constructor to place a sensor station at the designated waypoint. I don't have a deploy constructor at this time. I've never actually gotten one, but maybe someday we will. So that means I can't do that contract. Well, that's fine. So I don't have any contracts that I can do. There's usually a small number of contracts available at each station. It refreshes every time, and so that's all good. We could also auto-link to local contracts, which happens on the public servers, which I believe links you to contracts that other players are doing. I'm not 100% sure about that. That's fine. All right. So we could enter the station, but there's really nothing for us to do there right now. We have no crew, so there's no crew management to do. We have news and information, which tells us what we know about the local build details. This is Pearl, the sector we're in. The number of modules that are in the sector, the number of the types of modules that are there, power, storage, weapon, crew, hangar, production, shield, horizontal, vertical? I guess those are horizontal and vertical struts. I'm not sure. Station command module in the sector, yes. City docking modules in sector. There are 3 city docking modules, which means we can land on a planet if we want to, which we will do at some point. Okay, system information. This is giving us the information about the local stars, the number of planets that are in this section here in this system, the known local gas planets, nebula clouds, which we can go to mine gas, asteroids, which we go to mine other materials. The local ship specs are high. I'm not sure what that means exactly. And there's 1 combat carrier floating around in here. No alerts. The economy classes in this system are biological, technology, energy, and agricultural. That means that's what they primarily produce, which should make those commodities cheaper. And these are the nearest planet details, which we will see as we exit the station. We're going to close that, and then we're going to go and head out, and we're going to probably go do some mining first in this first episode, just get our feet wet a little bit. So we are going to switch over to the navigation and take a look here. So the tractor beam is disengaged. Now I'm going to close out here. So we have to go find gate 5, which is over here. Now, I am playing this game with a Logitech Sci-Tech X56 HOTAS, which is a throttle and stick. I highly, highly, highly recommend using HOTAS for playing Evochron Legacy. It's just incredible. It is really the best experience you could possibly have. So we're going to fly out here a little bit. I'm actually going to boost just a smidge so we can get away from the station. Going to stop, and we're going to spin around. We'll just take a look at the station here. So that's our station. All stations pretty much look the same. They are purpose-built, basically. They are hubs, and so they don't really have personality visually, which is fine because that's sort of the lore kind of, and the way the game is played kind of makes sense of that. We'll see that in a little bit. All these little green target points, these are different ships out floating around. There's the command carrier. All right, so here we are, open space. Oh, and there is the planet. Look at that guy. Okay, so over here on the left side of the HUD, here, this is our flight information. Oh, so the general system notice just pop up. New items are available now. So if we land at the station again, they will have repopulated with new items. So this is our velocity indicators here. So if I accelerate a little bit, my set level is what my ship is trying to reach, and then the forward velocity is what it is. And then vertical velocity, I obviously have access to my strafing options. You can see here my vertical and horizontal. I think I'm going, okay, anyway. And then this is our energy distribution. We've got evened out between shields and weapons. I can roll it forward to be more weapons, and then I can roll it back to be more shields. And that will basically affect the recharge rate of my shields and my weapons. Here is my, I believe this is my weapon power, and then this is my hull. Over here are my shields. IDS is the inertial dampener systems. It's essentially a how do I want to put this? It is a kind of a zoom control. There's a better word for that I can't think of. Basically, it determines your max speed when you're on IDS mode. So I can roll it up to ×9, which is the highest, which means that my maximum speed when I put full throttle in this ship, you can see the set is 5026. If I drop my IDS X factor down, it drops. You can see it's dropping my max set. It drops the set, which is I'm currently set to full throttle, down to X1, which sets it at 552. This is really useful if you're not using a throttle, or if you want finer control at slow speeds, where your full throttle range is from 0 to, say, in this case, 552. I generally play on 9X because I have fairly good control over my throttle, so I can set anywhere in here, and I don't have to worry about being super fine-grained. You can see my set levels as I'm increasing my throttle there, going all the way up to my max, which is 5026. But if I wanted to, I could go down to 0 out my throttle, drop my IDS X factor. Ooh, a ship just popped in. I could see that zooming past me just below my cockpit there, but luckily we didn't crash. And then I can move my set, and I have much more fine control over my slow speed. I am now making my way up through my full throttle up to there, 558. But anyway, like I said, I like to keep it at X9. Probably not the best option, probably not the best idea, but hey, that's what I do. Okay, so I'm going to 0 out. You can also see that these are my missiles here. This is my fuel level, my countermeasures. I believe these are my navigation weapon and engine levels in terms of, I think, damage status, I believe. See, let's play poorly is not just a thing I say. Okay, over here is our radar, of course. And over here on the right side is basically my targeting computer information. So this will show what I currently have targeted. It'll show what its thrust level is, its forward velocity, its range, what it's called, what its faction is, what it looks like, and its direction. And then its shield level and its hull level. And then if I have a cargo scanner in, which I don't at the moment, it would also show me what the cargo is if I get in close enough. All right, so what else can we look at here? Oh yes, we want to look at our navigation map here. So this is the nav map. This is our current little region of space here. We can zoom in, zoom out, switch views, because there are vertical elements as well here. Slide mode I don't use, but it allows you to kind of move throughout the sectors without going sector by sector. I keep saying sector. I know that there's actual strict terminology for this. I can never remember what it is. So there's region, sector, system, and so on. 3D mode gives me this, which again I don't really use. And then I can enlarge the map, bring it out to here, so I can see more what's going on. I can also reduce the map. I can turn on my text, which shows me information about locations, or I can just do the ones that I'm highlighted on. I can also look at the full quadrant, the Evochron quadrant, which is all of the systems in the game, and this is me over here in Pearl. If I enlarge the map, we can see myself right down there. You can see this little yellow box, little yellow X, that's where I'm located. And then we can look at the territory map. So this is the territory map, shows allied to us, disputed space, enemy space, and then Venari, who are, I'm guessing, aliens. Again, I've never encountered them. I don't know anything about them. I haven't read up on the lore because I like to experience these things fresh. So the enemy are the Federation. This disputed space is like a war zone. And then the allied sectors are over here. And it looks like there's some disputed space around here as well. Okay, so let's... and then we reduce the map, go back over here to the econ and tech, and then enlarge the map again. this is the econ and tech level. So tech level low to high, and the economic levels and so on. I believe this is the the colors here are the tech level, and then over here on the left are essentially the economy stats, the commodity stats. So if we go over these boxes, you'll see on the left-hand side you get these colored bars. Red means that the the values of those commodities is very low. If it's yellow, it's kind of in the middle, and if it's green, it is high. So you want to buy in red and sell in green. So we're over here in Pearl, which it straddles two zones, two economic zones. So you can see as I'm flipping back and forth between them, different stations and planets in Pearl will give us different commodity values. And then let's see here. If I right click, that brings me into Pearl, which is where I am right now. So if I zoom in a little bit, you can see me right down there. We're living out here next to the station, living our best lives. That over there, I believe, is the beginning of of the quest system, which we're not going to worry about right now. I think that's just a vestige. I think that in public server you can't really do it. I don't think. Don't know for sure. But the marker is still present. But we may investigate that at some point. Not right now, however. So if we zoom in a little bit more. So this, I believe, is a gas zone, maybe? No, that's a gas zone up there. I think this is supposed to be asteroids. They're very big. I'm not 100% sure there. Okay, these are asteroids. This is a jump gate to the Pisces sector. Region? System? Can't remember. Don't know what it's supposed to be called. This is the station. And then these are the 3 cities on the planet that we can dock at. And that's us right there in that little spot. So for right now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and do some mining. Now, if I right-click in that feature, it will direct my waypoint to the very center. I don't really want to go right there because I could accidentally run into something, run into an asteroid. So I'm actually going to left-click right here. Get out of my nav map. And now, if you look on the radar, you can see that is where I'll be going. 694 kilometers away. Or no, 694,000 kilometers away. I think. Yes. I think that's right. 694,000. Now, if I'm going to go into and jump, I don't have to be facing it. I can be kind of facing in any direction I want, any orientation, and it will still get me there. Because jumping really doesn't go through normal space. It just hops you over. But I'm going to face it anyway, and then I'm going to jump. Alright, here we are. Now the nav map, or the nav point. We're about 1,400 away from the nav point. I'm going to zoom in, fly in a little bit more. Alright, so we've hit the nav area, so we're now here. I'm going to reset the nav just to get a sense of, okay, I guess it is kilometers, not 1,000 kilometers. I hope, yes, kilometers. Alright, so 67 kilometers away from the asteroids. Now, I'm going at my max IDS speed of 5026. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off my IDS and switch to inertial mode. That will allow me to go even faster because there's no cap speed in inertial mode. If I hit that, it switches to inertial. You can see right there it says inert now. And you can see over here my forward velocity is going up. That's because I have my throttle pushed all the way forward. Now I am using up fuel as I do that. So now I'm going about 6,300 and going a little bit faster. So I'm going to pull back and equalize my thrust to there. Oh, I'm still going a little bit. There we go. Okay, no more forward velocity. Now you can see I am moving in that same direction. This is just, your regular flight assist off type stuff that you see in other games. But here's the fun trick. My throttle is now zeroed out. If I go this way, you You can see my forward velocity is now negative relative to my current orientation. If I accelerate and set my acceleration forward, my inertial acceleration forward, notice my forward velocity is going down. It's going down a lot faster. I can even do this. So I have turned perpendicular to my direction of travel. My thruster is still going, which means I am still now going in this direction. I'm going forward this direction, which not all flight assist off games that have flight assist off will let you do. They'll often just turn your thrusters off completely. All right, so we're gonna turn off turn off the acceleration of the forward velocity. We're gonna go and find our nav marker again. Oh, and look at that! Oh, we almost collided with a bunch of asteroids because I wasn't paying attention. You can see here, this is our HUD-generated vector. So we're kind of going in reverse right now. We're going actually pretty fast in reverse. Let me fix that. I'm going to turn my flight assist system back on, the IDS back on, which will very rapidly reset me to go forward. I'm also going to use my booster. There we go. I'm using up a lot of fuel, but that's okay. All right, now we can see now I'm going forward again, and we're going to get up to 5026. And then we're just going to keep it this way. We're going to stay off inertial. We're going to stay on the IDS. It's kind of dangerous to be flying around asteroids with your flight assist turned off, or at least it is for me. And the way this game is designed, the way the AI for enemy ships is set up, and this is definitely the case in Arvok Alliance, you simply cannot play this game by jousting. When you get into a combat with an enemy, if you joust, you will die. The game knows how to fly AI ships with the flight assist concept, like with the inertial system in place. Like, it understands how to do it well. So if you attempt to just joust your enemy, you'll just fail. You need to learn how to use your inertial system, the flight assist off, to kind of orbit your target and go off vector and do all sorts of things. I'm terrible at that, as I'm sure everybody would imagine I would be. So I'm going to target this asteroid. Come in a little bit slowly. Get here. All right, I'm going to turn on my miner. There we go. There's my miner. So every time you hear that thunk noise, that is the mining beam pulling something in with the tractor into my inventory. Now, if I look at my inventory, you can see here on the cargo bay, I've got 2 metal and 4 diamonds. I can distinguish among three types of cargo, and then the miner will just pop them into the right spot. So if I end up getting a 4th type of item, it'll just discard it. Or if I end up at 25 in my maximum cargo capacity for that particular material, it will discard that as well. One thing I learned by reading the forums is that it is more optimal to move your laser around, your mining laser around, than to just leave it in one spot. It does not tractor in, it does not cut as much good stuff out if you're just leaving it sitting. Another thing that this game really does well is it handles tracking by heat. It handles the heat of your ship as a real property. Similar to Elite Dangerous, but Elite Dangerous doesn't quite do it this way. I prefer Evochron's way of handling it. So as you thrust, you gain heat. As you use weapons, you gain heat. Missiles that target by heat, I believe, will have an easier time of striking you. Enemies will have an easier time of finding you, that sort of thing. Alright, let's see where we're doing for inventory. Metal and diamond, okay. Now, not every asteroid has just these two commodities, these two materials. I could try a different asteroid. Oops, that's not what I want. Do a different asteroid. Let's try that. Let's dump the metal, because we already maxed out with one of the cargo bays with metal. Let's see if we can get some platinum. Come over here and collide with that, because I'm coming in too fast. Ah, I bumped it. Luckily my shields caught that. That's fine. Okay. What am I getting here? I'm still getting metal. Okay. I want to see if I can get some platinum. No, it's still going to be metal. Nope, still metal. Alright, well that's fine. Because obviously if I have all 3 cargo bays full... Oh, I did get platinum. Good, okay, yeah. Because since all 3 cargo bays were full, anything that puts in here immediately fills up that bay, and then you can't add anything more. Well, now I did get a platinum in there. All right. So notice the message there saying cargo space not available for metal. But yeah, because we are full up in all 3 cargo bays with metal and platinum and diamond. There's not a lot of platinum here, though. This asteroid doesn't really have platinum. So we're going to try a different one. Maybe go up over here. Slow down, Kevin. Slow down. Stop it. Oh my god. There we go. That sounds a lot better. Yes, much more platinum. All right. We're probably getting close to our max out. 21 diamond, 15 platinum. All right, let's fill up at least one more of these. It really wants me to get metal, but I can't. All right, here we go. What's left? Okay, we're getting very close. Okay, we've run out of cargo space for platinum, as we can see here. Not available for platinum. We aren't increasing anything in the diamonds, and you know that's fine. We'll worry about that another time. We'll go off and sell our stuff. So I'm just going to get out of the asteroid field here. And then come to a halt. Check my map. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the station and we're going to sell off that stuff, I think. We'll have to take a look at the commodity prices there to see if it's worthwhile or if we should go to another sector. Alright, so the way you actually fly into stations easily, like you can actually just pop right into a station from a jump. The way to do that is you get to horizontal against the galactic plane. There we go. Alright, you can see over here that we are now evened out. And then up here, you want to get your compass right between those blue triangles, right there. Every station in the game, every station is oriented in the same way. They designed these in universe. I'm talking about. I mean, obviously the developer did it this way too, but in universe, all of these stations are designed the same way to make it easy for pilots to just scoot in. They are very consistent across the board. Everything is the same. That's by design in universe, and obviously by design as far as the game goes. So we're going to jump. Here we go. Popping right into the station right from there. Okay. And now we're in. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First thing we want to do is reload our fuel, fill the fuel tank. Now you can buy it in portional amounts if you want to. We need about 120 or so. We're just going to fill. Fuel costs vary based on the station that you're in, so this is, I don't know how close this is to normal, but I mean, we got to do it, so we're going to do that. We're down to 44,700 or so. And now we're going to check the commodities and see, oh yes, we should probably, okay. We have metal, diamond, and platinum. We want to see if it's worth selling these here. Diamond is 127% galactic average. Nice, that's good. Where's metal? Metal is 218%. Nice. Platinum is 113%. That's fantastic. So this is the perfect place to sell all of these. So what we're going to do is double click, double click, double click. Look at that. We are at now 94,200. And that's where we're going to stop for this episode. I'm going to try to do shorter episodes going forward. I know that with the Elite Let's Play Poorly, I was doing about 40 minutes to an hour. Going forward, I think I might do about 30 minutes. My schedules are changing, and so I won't have quite as much time. And since I plan to do an Elite season and the Evochron season kind of at the same time, I want to be able to do multiple episodes each time I each time I record. And as a result, I kind of want to keep them a little bit shorter. So there we are. And then to exit out of this public server, you just hit escape, and then it says that we're exiting. If you're in offline, it immediately exits, and then we're going to save our progress and quit the game for now. But I hope you enjoyed that. I do hope that you will continue to watch, and if you have any questions, please ask. I probably won't have the answers, but if you have any answers, please tell me, because I'm always happy to learn more about this game and all the games that I love. So, thanks again for watching. See you next time.